Let's continue by talking about paint tools. Brush, clone, and eraser are paint tools. Just like in Photoshop, you can paint with a color or with another part of the image, or you can even delete pixels. You can only paint in the layer panel. Let's go ahead and start a new composition. And these settings are good. DV is good. Let's just call this paint. And click OK. Go ahead and create a new solid. That's Control or Command Y. And blue is good. Let's just leave it at that. There you go. Go ahead and double click this solid so that it opens in the layer panel. And grab your brush tool. As soon as you grab your brush tool, you will see the Paint Options panel and the brushes right here. If by any reason you do not see them, go under Window and choose Paint and Brushes. Let's go ahead and change this color, maybe to a white. There you go. And I'm actually going to move this panel to where we can see it a little bit better. There you go. Opacity and flow are self-explanatory. Opacity is how solid or how semi-transparent or transparent a brush will be, and flow is the amount of ink that is coming out. The brush size, also self-explanatory. You can change it. You can make it bigger or smaller. The color, we just did that. These are the different blending modes that you can have with the paint. Channels, that's also self-explanatory. You can paint only on the solid part or on the transparent or on both. A duration of constant means that when we paint, that stroke is going to be there for the whole time. Let's go ahead and undo that, Control or Command Z. You can also change the duration to right on, which means it's just going to follow your strokes and draw the line at the speed at which you drew it. So, if we RAM preview this, there you go, it's just painting it. Let's go ahead and undo that as well. You can also have the duration of the paint be just one frame or a custom length, which by default is going to start at one frame, but you can change it to whatever you want. Let's go ahead and change this back to constant and let's just draw something. You can see the properties of this paint in the timeline. Effects, Paint, and let me bring this up a little bit. Not only do you see the brush, you can change after the fact. You can change the blending mode. You can change the stroke options, the color, the diameter of the brush, the angle, etc., etc. Let's just go ahead and keyframe the path, move in time, and draw something else on the screen. It doesn't matter what. And what's going to happen is that After Effects is going to take you from the settings of the first keyframe to the next one. It's really useful for when you're creating backgrounds or gradients for compound effects.